Greetings out there, one and all. Little change of scenery this week, but you know what? Variety is the spice of life, is it not? It's New Music Friday. That means we got to talk about one thing and one thing only: new music. And we're kicking things off today with the band you may have heard of before. They're back. They were kind of, they were at the height of their career in the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm talking about Stereolab. So, Stereolab was a band. They put out, I believe, 10 albums, as well as some EPs, singles, the whole nine, over the course of a pretty lengthy career, over 20 years as a band. And then they called it quits, or they were on indefinite hiatus about 15 years ago. And last month, in April, the band started teasing this new record was coming out, and the band has this very sort of psychedelic sound and these really infectious earworm tracks, and they just sort of keep on going in these loops in your head. Gotta be honest, you get all of the hallmarks of a Stereolab album on this new project. It sounds great. The production here is pristine. The songwriting and the song structures are fantastic. And yeah, it sounds like, to me anyway, it sounds like Stereolab never left. It sounds like they just kept going as a band, and here's their new album. So great job for the main duo of the band. In any event, yeah, great album. If you like that sort of stuff, check out Stereolab. Charmer and the album Downpour. Charmer does not have a huge discography, but what they do have is really solid albums. If you like, emo rock or alternative rock, these guys are going to be right up your alley. It's just really solid songwriting. If you want to be sad, then hey, this is great stuff for that. But the song structures and the way these guys are playing, it's top notch. So I don't really have a ton to say about this album, except for if you like that sort of music, I think that these guys should be on your radar. And if they're not on your radar, you got to check them out. Julia Wolf with the album Pressure. This is an eclectic mix, to say the least, to say the very least, because Julia Wolf, who I'm not sure if that's the lead singer of the band or not, but the female lead of the band has the sort of vocals you would hear on like a pop album, which is great. And then the backing band is sort of playing like math rock. You got this it's almost like a little bit of dissonance, where you have this beautiful singing and this band that's kind of sounds like they're going in two separate directions, but it works. It sounds good. And then you get sprinkled on top here some emo, some loud, just rock and roll, and then also some drum and bass on a couple tracks. They work that in, not just on one. They did it on multiple, and it's cool. It's great. It's like I said, an eclectic mix for sure. These guys, to me anyway, sounds like they went to the oops all genres school of songwriting, but it's good. I'm like making jokes. I'm being silly, but ultimately the music is really good. I was really entertained listening to this album. This is my first time ever hearing of Julia Wolf, and yeah, I was really impressed. And also the songwriting is very heartfelt. I was thinking of this bit while listening to the album. I've heard of Julia Fox. Now you're telling me there's a Julia Wolf? What's next? Julia Coyote? Ammar 808 with Club Toonsy. This is, if we're talking about an eclectic mix, here's another one for you. Ammar 808, who I was unfamiliar with before today, takes this sort of Tunisian or Middle Eastern sounding folk music, and then puts these really crazy club beats behind it, and so that it's the marriage of these two, completely separate genres of music, but it sounds great. And the club tracks, are booming. These things are bass heavy. They'll really drive your stereo. They sound great. And then you have the sort of like Middle Eastern drumming, and you have the I don't know the name of the instrument, but it's the sort of like Middle Eastern flute that to me almost sounds like bagpipes, but I know that's not it. And then there is some singing in there as well, I believe in Arabic, and yeah, the whole package, the whole thing put together there, it's really fun. It's really fun music. It's really cool. And I mean, listen, I don't speak a lick of the language. I just think it sounds really cool. I think it sounds great. And to put both of these two things, these two separate things together in such a cool way, I think is great. And it's a testament to the artist who did it so flawlessly. If you are a fan of Omar Suleiman, then shit, this might be up your alley. Although this definitely has more bass. This is more bass forward than Omar Suleiman. But in any event, that is all I have for you this week. I hope you have a safe Memorial Day weekend. Take care. I'll see you later. Did you listen to any new records recently? What'd you like? What'd you listen to? Let me know. And if there's anything I didn't cover, also let me know. And if there's anything, any comments or questions you have for me, keep them to yourself.